people that were at Stonewall, they were very tough and they were very brave and they were very courageous. They made a change for us in the LGBTQ community. A lot of people need to pay homage and to pay respect to those people who just paved the way for us. My name is Big Frida the Queen Diva. I'm a performer. I identify as a gay man who is also a queen.
There was no out, there was just in.
The event that launched a worldwide movement.
This was the Rosa Parks moment, the time that gay people stood up and said no.
That night, the police ran from us.
There was no going back. We had discovered a power that we weren't even aware that we had.
If any one of you have let yourself become involved with an adult homosexual, and you're doing this on a regular basis, you better stop quick. Because this is one thing you cannot get away with, and the rest of your life will be a living hell.
For reasons that will always remain mysterious, it's the Stonewall riots that became the symbolic riots, which inaugurated what we call the modern gay rights movement.
Cheering and dancing in the street, that's not a riot.
It was just a loud and bawdy, fun group of guys until it turned into a riot.
It is called a riot, an uprising, a rebellion.
I like the word rebellion, not overthrow the government rebellion, rebellion from within.
Next, was the Stonewall Bar as idyllic as some media portrays it to have been?
The Stonewall Inn was a safe haven for the queer community.
But it was a dump.
It was a hellhole.
Marcia and Sylvia Rivera, her fellow compatriot, actually were told not to march in the gay pride parade because the gays didn't want drag queens. They thought they were bad for the image of the community. Can you imagine? This was way before Drag Race.
But friends say Marcia couldn't stand to see anyone suffer alone. She took it upon herself to advocate for her community, with her close friend Sylvia Rivera usually by her side.
What happened to the trans people? They didn't want them marching in the parade. So they sent us to the back, where we said no, and we went right through the parade and just mixed in with the whole crowd because we would not take back seats. I think as Marsha P. Johnson as the Rosa Parks of this movement, and Sylvia as the mother of this movement. Sylvia and Marsha met, I think I was the age of 13 when Sylvia was a street person.
When I think about Sylvia and Marsha, I think what I owe to them is this history of struggle, this history of fighting and being pushed aside and fighting some more and never giving up on the fight. And I think it's so important for us to remember them and to remember the truth of their lives and the truth of their struggle.
You knew you could ruin them for life. And you felt bad that you were part of this when you knew they broke the law, but what kind of law was that?
The gay rights movement was born in 1969 at a beloved gay bar called the Stonewall Inn. The Stonewall riot began when a drag queen, bereft by the death of Judy Garland, threw a brick at a police officer. The riot culminated in a Rockette-style kick line of drag queens facing down tactical police in riot gear. It's a beautiful story, but it's not exactly true.
I was uptown. I didn't get downtown till about 2 o'clock, because when I got downtown, the place was already on fire and it was a raid already.
I have been given the credit for throwing the first Molotov cocktail, but I always like to correct it. I threw the second one. I did not throw the first one.
First of all, that comment was probably tongue-in-cheek. Second of all, it's not certain that Molotov cocktails were thrown at all. Regardless of what Rivera and Johnson did at Stonewall, their impact on the trans and gay movements can't be overstated.
She was very butch and she was tough, and the police were being rough with her, and she was really fighting back.
We have 4 independent accounts who said that this woman's fight with the police is what tipped the scales and set it all off.
She called out to the crowd, what are you doing? Why are you just standing there? Why don't you do something?
Some people say that woman was Stormy DeLarvier, a lesbian who worked as a bouncer at the time. DeLarvier sometimes took credit and sometimes denied her role,